Let's try this again. I had some difficulties with my bitrate. This time the stream seems to be okay. When we started an hour ago, for some reason, the connection dropped to very unstable and even closed my stream. So let's try again, and this is another episode of my live coding. I'm going to stream tonight about OfficeJS and trying to deploy an application, or an add-in I should say, to Azure. Last week I did the same, but I tried to deploy it to an Linux app service, and I was thinking Office is not compatible with Linux yet, because they're not .NET Core, they're on the FAT client, the full 4.8 or something client. And so let's try again. Let's see if we can get this opening video to roll. Let's do it. So welcome back, and let's go to the code window. Hopefully the stream will stay stable. Here's the code window, but I first want to go to something else, like the Azure service, because I wanted to create a new web app before things went wrong, and add something like a web app. Let's create this. This was where we left off before the stream dropped down into a sinkhole. What's the web app name? It's Twitch test app. Let's make it all lower caps. Twitch test app, and that's available. Let's push the code, a runtime stack, and that's a challenge because I selected something like .NET Core 3.1 last time, but that's not what I should have selected. Most likely, probably need to go for this one. And then we were forced into Windows. That's the reason things failed last time. Let's position everything in Western Europe. And don't take the Windows plan as the endcast. We want to default app services farm. Basic B1. Let's quickly see what the version is for an OfficeJS add-in. Let's see if there's some reference in the code. Command window. Change to data projects. Twitch demo add-in code. See if we can find the package or something, what is used in here. I would expect something like .NET something. Because if you create an add-in using Visual Studio, what's this initializing JSTS language features? If you create a new project based on the web add-in, create a new project and select Word web add-in, C#. This will just give me the option, I think, for .NET 4 point something. Let's turn down the music a little bit, because it's screaming in my ear. I thought I clicked next already. There it is. .NET Framework 4.7.2. That's the only option in here. Well, not the only, there are several lower options as well, but that's not what we can support over here. So let's close this 4.7.2. Back to the Azure thingy, 4.7. There's no other option, I think. Let's go for the 4.7 then. Default farm, Twitch test app. What do we call it over here? Twitch demo add-in. Let's be a little bit consistent about it. Twitch demo add-in. Twitch demo add-in. And that's available. Let's try to review and create this. It's possible to do this. Let's do this. Create it. Hopefully this will give us a better result than last time. Well, in the meantime, we can go over here and see if we can build the application so that it runs in a website instead of a Word host environment. Close all. What's this? Don't save. So there's something in here called let's see, app something in here, Office initialized. If you go and look for this, I'm forcing it into true if it actually is initialized, but I also can force it. It's already done there. I think I left off this from last week. So if I go in the terminal and do npm start, I think it will automatically run version with Word. Unless I've also changed maybe the manifest XML, the manifest item. Let's check the manifest from last time. Localhost 3000. Node is starting over here on 3000. So that looks okay to me. Now we have to wait until Node kicks in, finalizing the build. There you have it. Should be now active as an add-in over here, and it is running using multiple panes. Additional panes will now open as tabs. Oh, that's new. Is that new? Additional panes will now open as tabs to save space on your content. Try it out by opening another panel. This must be a new Office thing. Let's make a screenshot of this quickly. Have to focus on this one there, then print screen. Now I can make a screenshot of this. This is kind of cool, because if you're not familiar with this, you would know, or maybe don't know, that if you open another pane, it actually created another one, and now you have these two items in there. This is the About task pane, and you are able to resize it. Wow, that's an improvement. So let's Google this. Google using. Let's get this in the picture over here. Using multiple panes. Multiple panes is a new feature apparently in OfficeJS. How can we share events across multiple panes? No, the Office dialog versus task panes. Task panes in OfficeJS Add-ins. I wonder if there's a reference to something new over here. Apparently not. Tapped. Use the Office API multiple add-ins with Yo Office. No. Tapped panes come to Microsoft Word. December 10. There you are. Tapped panes come to Microsoft Word. And where's the documentation about this? There you have it. This one has its own little icons over there. So let's see. At last, the clutter of right-hand panes in Microsoft Word is ending, and we're getting tabbed panes. Very welcome news for laptop users. A screen with less screen real estate. This is new in Outlook. Insiders first. Later for general release. According to Microsoft, now you can switch between multiple panes using a tab UI on the right hand side of the app. The UI will only be visible when you have two panes open. Yeah. And I'd like a reference link to this. Two or more panes will still appear with no tab interface inside. Or adding new panes, just closes existing panes automatically. As well, the inside is built, there's more work to be done. As a result, we can tell you yet if Microsoft mentions 2+ means 2 or more than 2 panes. It must be 2 or more, because if I look at my add-in right now, that's providing me with 2 tabs. Both coming from this one. And if I click another one, that's just toggling the one. Nice. Close this, and now it's only one. No, the tab view is gone now. Sitoli, hi, how are you doing? What you're into? Are you an Office developer, or are you JavaScript, or what are you into? was delayed a little bit because my stream was, my bitrate was quite low, even terminating my stream at 8 p.m. Let's try to see if we can get some information in here by just accessing the website. I'm quite happy to see that the multi-tab is now available in the Word Insiders version, soon to be released for release. HTTPS localhost 3000. Yeah, that's not showing anything. Taskpane.html. There you have it. So I can actually run this in the browser because I forced it with the item in here. As Office is initialized is true. Where was it? I think somewhere over here. This one is forcing me that it's showing actually that the Office is initialized, so I'm faking it. And this should be able to allow the website to run inside. Also, there is some test thing I noticed quickly in the screen. Test, maybe with quotes around it. No. Must be test somewhere. Test, 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 test. Some test. I think it's this one. Yes. I found this one to be in the screen shortly after I opened the taskpane.html. Wait till Node kicks in again. Compiled completely. To this one, and now taskpane.html. The test is now gone, and we have a menu over here. So let's try and get this deployed on Azure. Close this. Taskpane 3000, Taskpane HTML. So why isn't there a link in there? I want to see a link about this. No link. Now you can switch between multiple panes using a tab UI on the right hand. Let's search for this quote. Now you can switch between. There you are. In the release notes it mentions it's this one. Is this the official Microsoft item? Let's have a look. Microsoft releases new build 123252012 to Office Insiders. Here's what's new. Let's find the string there. There you are. So this is nice. Let's make a screenshot of that as well. The screen. Copy. And copy a link to this and put it in my show notes. multi-tabbed task panes. I copy the picture with it. Copy, paste. Nice. So get rid of this. Copy the link, and this can go now. Continue with our search to deploy this. Your deployment is complete. Go to the resource. There we have a Twitch demo add-in. Now we want to go to the deployment center. See if we can get this to be released. So, continuous deployment. We connect this to GitHub. Change account. No. We don't change the account. Continue. Azure pipelines. Why is this a preview? I thought it was already in general available thingies. Continue. Organization. Yeah, there will be me and myself and I. Repository. Let's see if we have Twitch demo add-in. Yes, we have a Twitch demo add-in in there. I think we only have a master here. And Azure DevOps organization existing. Also my own DevOps organization. And we have a project in there. Twitch add-in project. And it's not ASP.NET Core, it's ASP.NET. The question is, will this work with ASP.NET? It's an independent web, I think the Office add-in. But let's continue with this and see where we end up with this. If you can't find the organization, you need to additional permission to GitHub. I already got the permission, I think. All check. Sounds good. And ASP.NET Web Application Framework. Finish. Cross your fingers. There we go. What's in here? Deployment. Ooh, 70 euros remaining. We'll manage, I think. It's not that expensive running things on Azure, especially if you do it on a low level. We have some things running there 24/7, like the SDN cast. This one. With my stream active right now, and also the staging version is also active there. And there we go. Something's going on here. Successfully set up continuous delivery. Build pipeline, release pipeline. Let's go in. Build pipeline. Now it moves into the DevOps environment, my DevOps environment. I think this one was from last week. Let's see about this. Let's see when this was running. 4.2. That's actually just a minute ago. Probably this one is better. History. Are there some dates in here? 28.1. this was not working. So what's the issue in here? Let's find out what went wrong. Solution not found using some pattern as a SLN. Oh, really? Why not? These are the builds. I think this was just created. So let's have a look at this one. Edit. Use node version. npm install. This one is use node version 10x. npm install. Let's have the other one. This one, edit. NuGet 5. Really? Studio build? Why is this Studio build? Looks kind of weird. This one, solution. I'm not running a solution. I should be targeting Node, I think, and not ASP.NET. Node 10. Let's go back and delete all these items. This one was going to be deployed on Linux, and that failed. This one is 28.1. This was actually deployed, but did not work on Linux. So let's delete this. How do I delete this? Delete. Are you sure you want to delete the pipeline Twitch demo and all this? Yes, I do want to do this. Automatically cancel any in-progress deployments. Yeah. And the other one. Let's also delete that one because I think it doesn't work. Okay, gone. Also delete this one. Well, let's keep this one around because the build was working. So only delete this one. Delete. Type the name of the pipeline. Twitch demo add-in -1-CI. There we go. And queue this one just to see if it's actually working. What we also can do, and that's maybe even nicer, if we go in here and we do git status. Yes, manifest. Oh, why is it manifest 2? Task pane, yes, that's correct, I think. Task pane index.tsx. This one. That's this one. And is there more? Untracked. So this is added. So let's do that. Git add. Oh. Dot git add dot. Git commit all comments, minor changes. Oh, git push. I think that should be it. Pushing it in. Now let's see if we see an update coming on the build process. Something happening. See new one build. Minor changes. Let's go in and see what the progress is of this. There you go. Question is this pushing it already to the Linux thingy? I don't think so, because that's gone. So it must be creating a drop inside DevOps. npm install. Skipped. Why is it skipped? What's going on here? Waiting for console output. There we go. Archive files. So I wonder if we go into portal, portal.azure.com. Remove this, sign in. Go to default app service farm. No, I should go to the resource groups. Default server farm. They have a Twitch demo add-in. Let's have a look at the deployment center. Something is, unable to connect to the pipeline. It means it has been removed from the Azure DevOps portal. If this happens, you can disconnect the pipeline and set up a new deployment pipeline. Okay, so it's disconnected. That means that we are now on our own here. Publish. And have a release over here. New pipeline. Azure App Service deployment. We have two options. Basically, it's a Node.js application, but not sure why this is up front. Let's try this first. See how this ends. Stage 1. That is to Azure. Okay. One job, one task. Azure subscription. Let's try this. Authorize. Login. And now I probably have to. Okay, no multi-factor. That's kind of strange. Trusting the machine. Authorizing. There's subscription, app type, web app on Windows. I think that's the case. Web app on Windows. App service name. And this should be Twitch demo add-in. Fields linked to one setting and deploy Azure App Service. Okay. Save. Okay. Pipeline. Now, add an artifact. Build. Source. Twitch demo add-in CI. Default version latest. Source alias. Twitch demo add-in CI. This identifier, typical short name that uniquely identifies an artifact. Link to the release pipeline. It cannot contain characters, something blah blah blah. Source alias. Twitch it in. Twitch it in drop maybe. Let's see. Continuous deployment trigger disabled. Let's do enable this. Pull request trigger. Enabling this will create a release every time a selected artifact is available as part of the pull request workflow. Well, let's leave it on this, I think. Save. Pipeline. Now let's see if we can trigger this manually. Create a release. Artifacts drop 2020-02-041. First, manual release. Create. Releases. Something is running here. Manually triggered. Twitch add-in drop. Artifacts in progress. Waiting for a console. If this worked, we just created a manual deployment. I'd like to try it again later on, doing it from Azure itself with the deployment configuration. Got service connection details for Azure App Service Twitch demo. Updating App Service application setting Website run from package. Sounds interesting. I think this is something not most people do when building Office add-ins. The usual way is to put it in the store, in the Microsoft Store, and then pull it in to your Office application, just as an official release from the Office Store. However, if you are in an enterprise environment, that's most likely not a scenario that you are doing. Finalize job, yes. Succeeded, really. Oh my god. Let's go in there. Go into the overview. Now I have this URL. And that won't show anything most likely. Let's have a look at taskpane.html. Has been removed, really. Yeah, this is a challenge. Let's see, there should be a browser or something in there. In preview, I think there was something like a way to have a look at this. Properties, advanced tools, go. Single sign-on, really? Deployments, source control files. Should be something easier. Resource Explorer, maybe this is the Resource Explorer. Let's try. Oh, okay. What? Wow. This is not what I expected. Process Explorer. Alice. Something in here, yes. Source. Oops. Manage your web app environment by using commands, make dir, cd, change directories, etc. Interesting. Where was this stored? Source. Oh, source. Task pane. Task pane HTML. Where did it go? It's not working. .404, not found. I don't think it's something like src task pane. Show something over here. Yes, it's loading task pane HTML. OfficeJS. But it's not showing any content. Maybe I should define some source, the root of the folder. Command task pane, the single files are not showing. Manifest is in there. I have no clue, really. Node modules. The node modules are in here as well. There you are. What does it say? Interesting, because the stuff seems to be in there. See the src there. See the task pane there. Yeah, the stuff is in here. Task pane. Nothing. Let's see, there's a configuration thingy somewhere. Let's quickly go into secrets. Configuration. Can I show this to you? Web run from package. General settings. Let's show this to you. We have .NET. Framework 4.7. 32 bits integrated. HTTP version. Default documents. Okay. Task pane. Pane.html. Path mappings. Virtual map. Site. That should be editing. Like source, maybe. Task pane. Well, let's go back. Oh, that was not what I wanted. Configuration. General settings. Default documents. It was not saved. New document. Task pane.html. Save. Path mapping. Edit source. Oh, okay. Let's try this. Actually, see source. Task pane. Task pane. This is not showing anything. Local host. What was it? 5,000 or something? 3,000. So where's the index then? Starting.
What have I done? Can someone remind me? 'Cause to me this soul is just a blur. The last thing that I remember is the party, then nothing else. How did I get here? Who is that man over there? Will I
I'm not sure why it worked the first time, but it stopped working right now. npm start. Got it. No, node is not kicking in. CMD projects Twitch code. npm start. Language services. No node. No node. Come on, guys. There's node running. There's not. Yeah, there it is. Put dev at the end of. Put dev at the end of this scum URL opens code in your browser. Waiting for this one. I'm not sure what you mean with put dev at the end of SCM URL. Dev SCM. Is that a typo? There's probably SCM developer. Probably is this a Linux thing? Maybe? Source control manager. Sounds interesting, but no clue how this is actually working. I like this one. Not a pain. Second one, 2 taps, right? And if I run this, HTTPS localhost 3000, that gives me this one, task pane. Now it's working, but it's in the context of when Word is running. Is that the issue? Oops. So what if I close Word? If I close Word, will it also fail this one? No, it's still running. Right. Not sure this will work. Save. Wait for it to save. Yes, there it is. Click on this one. So actually it's loading. I'm not sure why. 304 not modified. Okay. Task pane CSS. There's this one. It should be loaded. The question is, will it have the Office thingy initialized to true? Oh, so how does this include all these node module stuff? Because there's a lot of stuff in there. Source window has nothing in there other than these two folders. But the manifest is telling it where to go. What's the name of this? Where is it? Twitch demo add-in. Copy. I think this is called exactly the same thing. Oh. Come on. Copy. Paste. Twitch demo add-in, Twitch demo add-in, that's exactly the same, but the assets in here. So this should be that should be fine, but in this case the root is not set to source. But where's the assets folder in here? It's the same level as source. So that would mean that configuration should be then path mapping something like this. Save. Because if I then go to this one, URL, let me see if we can pull this in the browser. It's being removed. Network 404 not found. I did not change it. Refresh. Oh, unchanged. Save. That should explain why it was not loaded yet. In here. There's the picture. Right? So what if I now push the general setting default document? Can we make this also a subfolder? Source. Task pane. Task pane.html. Is that allowed? Try this. It is running. I need to take task pane out. How to do this? Delete this one and save. Let's try a reload. What's this? Control F5. It's loading something. 404. Fabric min CSS is loaded. OfficeJS loaded. Task pane is not. And this one is not. Where's the task pane.css in this case? Task pane.css. Task pane. That's in the same folder. So this should say task pane. Save. What's the other one? Task pane CSS, task pane CSS, telemetry proxy HTML, telemetry. Not sure where they leave the telemetry. Task pane. This is also not right. About. Task pane about HTML. This one. That's pages. Yeah, CSS is also there. Save. That's a full href. This one. That's a full href. So let's try this again. Git status. Git commit. No, add. Git commit. Updated references to CSS. Git push. Oh. Now let's see if we can get another build running. That's in here. Should be building right. And it's building right now. Some things are working, but not everything. Quite confusing, this construction. Because somehow I would expect some packaging to go on. Pulling everything in root. But it's not. So I need to get some more info on that. To To-do, to-do. While we are waiting, what was this? Oh. Archive. There we go. We have artifacts. Now let's see if we get a release going on to Azure. Cute. Cute. A cute. And that's in progress. Ready for the job. I'm ready for the job. Let's do it. In progress. There we are. Deploy. Waiting for console. Got service connection. There we go. Finalized job succeeded. So that means that we should have a running application right now. Control F5. Oh, still not finding the style sheet for some reason. The question is, did it already move over? Task pane.html. No. Not found. Task pane should be in there. Task. There it is, and now it's loading. But what do we see in here? Failed to load resource server 404. Telemetry. Task pane, this is in there. So now the question is, will it run if it's in Office? What is the webpack saying in here? Source, task pane. Copy webpack plugin. Assets to assets. Most likely need to do some more research on how all these files are actually distributed. But let's first try this and manifest XML2, because I created a share for this. Is this, for instance, is that available? Because if I do this, this is not working, apparently. That's failing. Even though this is mentioning something like that. The commands are somewhere else. Because if I do npm build, it should put a lot of stuff in. Run build. Build your first project is not that difficult, but deploying it. Ubuntu is not supported, I think. Some things were built. Some things in here now. Task pane, HTML. All these items are in here now. Assets. In this case, the root folder should be dist. Node modules, is that? Let's look in this one. localhost. So localhost. 3000. No, that's not right. Localhost 3000. HTTPS. Then we have dist. Then we have task pane HTML. That's working. So what if I deploy this as well? Take how to deploy the dist folder? Without putting it in Github. Google. Should I add dist folder to GitHub? GitHub. Do I include my dist folder when I upload my GitHub? If you're deploying the production, that's not going to build your dist assets, then committing them would be appropriate. It's a headache inside Git, as dist assets commit needs to be above all assets changed. We usually don't include it, but it should take it should be part of Git, because otherwise it's not run npm build Azure DevOps deployment. Build, test, and deploy our JavaScript Node.js apps. Get the code, create a pipeline, build. Use a special version, multiple node versions. Installs all your build agents. If you define the tools needed, npm install, run compile, run test, package webpack, or script run build. Next example uses npm task to script webpack. First example calls webpack, to have this. Make sure the web package configured is a development dependency on package JSON. This will run webpack. YAML script webpack. Need to go into the pipeline, build, this one, edit, npm install, and there should be an npm install. There should be an npm build in there as well. View YAML, display name, inputs nothing. Where's the folder? Where did I see this in here? Script, npm run build, copy, go to the pipeline, task, variables, triggers, options, no, plus, add a task, npm build, npm build, npm run build, arguments none, npm run build. Oh, where did it go? Where did it go? There it is. Create dist, save, just save for now, save, install working folder is not defined. Let's quickly try this. Builds queue, run, my guess is that I need to run build, and that will provide the dist folder that allows you to set the directory to something like something else. Task pane HTML, save, map path. Oh. Dub root. Dist. Okay. Save. npm install. What? Use arguments. So build failed. Oh, really? Stop. Back to the build queue. Edit. So we have this one. Install. Force. Run. Arguments. Build. Like this then. Save and queue. Yep. So first save it. Then go back to the build. Queue. Run. Who said it was easy? Git version. Node modules. Running. Force. I sure hope you know what you are doing. Finish. Come on. I haven't got all day. I was just about to have a look at the deploy to Azure story. Google. Yo, Office deploy to Azure. Create a shared folder to add your XML manifest file. Yeah, that's different. Add a file share, trusted catalog. That's just for initialization to Word. Create a web app. Yes, you're using the. That's what I did. App source plan create. One that's strictly required in all add-ins. HTTPS is strongly advised, strongly recommended, and it is enforced, I think. create an Office Studio. No, I'm not doing this Fish Studio. Publish your Office add-in to web app to Azure. With your add-in open in Fish Studio, expand the solution node and then select App Service. Right-click the web project and choose Publish. The web project contains Office add-in web app files, so the project that you publish to Azure. Microsoft App Service, select existing, publish. Yeah, that will do a lot of things, but this is not what we're using. VS Code, publish your add-in VS Code. In the meantime, we have a winner. Let's see if it's already releasing as well to Azure. Deploy. We are getting there. Twist demo add-in. Give me a connection. Yes, we're all waiting. I heard about a cricket plague somewhere in Africa. They need to eat crickets because there are so many of them. Package deployment, successful deployed. Download. Succeeded. So now go into the app in here. What if I just go in here? There you have it. Right on. Come on, guys. How cool is this? What's this thingy here? It actually works. Really? Ta-da! We've got our first Office add-in deployed. Capagian. There we go. Celebration time. Now let's see if we can get this to be running in Word as well. And the way we do this should be going into the application. We have a shadow manifest XML over here. And let's quickly test one of the URLs that we have over here. And do this. Copy. Let's take the bigger one. Copy. And try to load this. And we have a result. Interesting is assets. Yeah, that's right. But we now need to take this one. Reveal in Explorer. We're going to copy this one. Copy. Then open WinWord. And go to the settings. No, not this settings, the other settings. Home. Options. Trust Center. Trusted add-in catalogs. And then we have live coding Twist demo add-in. And we have another one. let's close this and turn this on. Add in manifests. And OK. And this tells me that if you close Word and reopen it, but now I forgot what it was. What the share was. To get it active, options, Trust Center, add-in catalog, live coding, VS19 / add-in manifests. Put it in here. Rename this. So, okay. Now there's no add-in in here, but it should recognize if we do some open first document, blank document, then insert my add-ins. I think it's my add-ins. Shared folder. There it is. Add-in. Got it. Now run this. Quite fast, if you ask me. There you have it. There it is. And now we should have the second task pane. Really, we have now a tapped task pane as well. So this is crazy, and it's working. Took some time. Oh wow, explosion. There we go. Fireworks. So this one is actually running from the app service. So, and to prove that, I need to show this to you, that it's actually the case, by shutting down the add-in, what's it called? The app service. Dashboard, go to home, resource groups, and then we have default storage, default service farm. Where's the app service? In here. Let's stop the app service for right now. Stop it. Your app is stopped. Now go back to this one. Now I should give task pane should now fail. It's really failing. Oh, it's need to be rerunning. See this one. Now let's go back into this thing. Start it again. And go back to the code window. Retry. There it is. This one. Right. How cool is this? So now let's do another deployment in here. Showing that it's actually working by changing this one into something with a date in there. Close this. Don't save it. This can still be there. Now, let's go to the index task pane page. It's showing the app. I think title, please sideload, blah blah. This is the one, I believe. Make this demo 2020. Save. And let's do another deployment. Github. Status. Oh, Git status. Obviously, there's only one thing changed. Save all. Oh. Git add. Oh, come on. Git add. Git commit. Changed title to test deployment. Git push. Now it's pushing. We should now see build going on. This can go. This can go. Not sure if this is the recommended way to do it, but because everything is deployed right now except also all the sources. Because if you now go into this one, that's running, but do you also have the option to do this? Source, task pane has been removed. Yeah. Ah, I wonder why this browser is all in Dutch. I only see this now. Network 404. Let's check the builds. It's building. This one I can delete. And delete this one. No. Stop retaining the build. Delete build. Okay. Delete this one. So next step would be creating a deployment from Azure, now that we know that it's actually working. Let's wait for the release to complete. Build. Still running. must say it's quite fancy. Yeah, that's the build. Now we need to get it deployed, running into deployment as well. Having some good fun here. Learning a lot. What's this SAML thingy? Q builds, manage build qualities. Deployment groups. Add a deployment group. Okay. Baby steps. Start small and we'll get better every week. Did you know that this was already episode 80 of the Office live streams? With an average of about 2-3 hours. That's almost 200 hours of live streaming only for Office. Yeah, that's impressive. There we have a message from Satya Nadella praising me for doing this. Let's get this deployed. Come on. Oh, succeeded. I just clicked it and it was succeeded. Now we should go into Word again. WinWord. And we should immediately see a change in the add-in. If I'm correct. Service should now be available. And this one is not. Why is it not changed? Wow, come on guys. Is there a way to refresh this? My guess is that it's cached somehow. But anyway, where's the URL? In here. Copy. Task pane. HTML. Oops. That's not called .com. And it's not pen, it's pane. There you are. Oh. Where did it go? Come on. Did I close it? Come on. So where did I change it then? This one. In the header. It is the header. What? Is it overruled by the first page? Home page? Pages. Oh, it's this one. Really? Hero list. Where's the header? Because it's loading this one, showing the name of the title. This one. Image, alt, title. Where did it use it? Home page. Pages, home page. This one, home page. Watermark. Watermark. It works, but why is there a dash in between? That's not working. Is it working in Word? It is. But this is not the latest version, I think. Is it? I can attach the debugger to this. Edge. DevTools. Connect to. I've loaded two. The about and the other one. Only one root element is allowed. Network. Task pane loaded. Let's close this one. Oh, okay. There's this one. Debugger. The question is, where did it put my thingy? Oh, what's this? I'm not sure why it's showing this one. Twitch demo. I believe this is a cached item or something. Is this one ever loaded? App TSX. App. Here's app about. In this case, index about. Index, import app from in here. App container, this is title, is overruling it. To its demo, oh, it's this one. Really, it's overruling it. 2020, 23, 20, save. Git add. Oh, do it all the time. Git add, git commit added date to title to test. Git push. Oh, you're not laughing at me, are you? Come on. Don't blame me. Push. Let's see if we can get something going there. Now we have to wait again for a new build. In the meantime, while you're waiting, just, if you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button, click the bell to get notified whenever you get a new video up here. And thanks for watching. It's almost 11:22 right now. And I need to get up at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. So that's again a short night. Let's look at the details over here. In the meantime, I could tell you that I'm working on a YouTube video explaining the app settings, Azure app settings, that will be released soon. Azure app settings, I think February 19, GA February. Let's have a look at this. Preferences, app service. So many services in Azure right now. Web apps, app settings. That's all CLI stuff. Basically, I have a link in my notes. Let's go in there for preparation of the website. It's called app configuration. This one, app configuration. So I created a video with all of these steps. Create an ASP.NET Core app with Azure app configuration. This is a new service. App configuration, create. And this will be released somewhere in February, I think the 19th of the month, this month. And why is there a thingy in here? Would be helpful to see an example how to retrieve configuration from a Blazor server side instead of the client pages. We see example of the configuration edited in program CS. However, we do not see an example on the server side how to access the configuration things. Thank you for the feedback. We have assigned the issue to the author to review further and take the right course of action. If you ask me, however, there is an example in here, because this one, this does not show the configuration item. But in my example, I think I do something in the back. Because in this example, everything is put into the Razor page itself, and I have it in the code behind. So watch my YouTube channel to discover this new feature soon. In the meantime, hopefully the build is now completed. Build is completed, and we have a release going to Azure. It's already deployed as well. 23/24. That's kind of quick. Let's go into the web page. Where is it? This one. And we are able to run it. And now you see the changed title. Let's, for the final result, also go into the Word document and unload the add-in and reload the add-in. There you have it. Ta-da-da! Oh, almost closed the stream here. What I wanted to do is this. We have a working deployment, Kappa-Gen, and with that, I'm going to roll up new fireworks of emotes. So, to close down, let's go into the main window over here. What we did today was getting this Office add-in to be deployed in an Azure web service, and that took some puzzling and some shuffling around to find out that we were missing the npm build command to create a dist folder, and I'm still not convinced that we completely should deploy the complete set, but we will look into that sometime later. Also, next step would be to create a deployment from the web itself. But for now, I think we had a pretty good result, and I like what I saw here, but just took way too long to get this deployed. There's no proper documentation at all on the interwebs, but maybe we can change some things about it. New things will be, however, not to deploy to Azure, but to deploy to SharePoint. That's a new paradigm, probably, that Microsoft will be go-to. For now, however, deploying to the web is my preferred way to do it, because it's independent of everything. You don't need any web services at all. So let's wrap this up, and thanks everyone for watching, and hope to see you on Thursday when we continue the Blazor story, updating our website and changing things over. Maybe I can put the app configuration in that as well. But for now, thanks for watching, and see you next time.